Hi friends, I'm so excited because I have an amazing story for you today about elephants. We're going to learn so much about them. Are you ready? I'm ready too. First, let's start by watching a cool video of some elephants playing in some water. Elephants love water. Do you see them? These elephants live in a zoo. But we're going to learn about some elephants today that live not in a zoo, that live out in the wild too, as well as elephants that live in a zoo. Oh my goodness, look at this elephant play in the water. That's so cool. All right, guys, I'm ready. Let's start our story. All right, guys, wild elephants live in families. So elephants that don't live in a zoo, animals that live in the wild, live in families called herds. And herds are made up of lady elephants. All ladies. The leader of the herd is usually the oldest female, the oldest lady, and she's called a matriarch. That's a big word. Can you try it? Matriarch. In the wild, a mother elephant has help with the babies from other elephants, and they call them aunties. Do you have an aunt? I have aunts. That's so cool that they help each other. Elephants only eat plants and grass and fruit. No meat. I love fruit. I could eat like an elephant, but maybe not the grass. Elephants love water, just like we saw in that video. They love to swim and bathe and play in the river. To drink it, they suck up the water into their trunk and spray it into their mouths. Could you imagine doing that? So cool. And they love squirting themselves and people with water, using their trunk like a shower. The elephant's trunk is one of nature's most amazing creations. It can pick up something as teeny tiny as a coin, like a penny, and also a tree trunk. So little things and big things. The trunk is used to touch and communicate with each other. It can even give somebody kind of like a hug when they love them, wrapping their trunks. How cool is that? We give hugs too. An elephant lives about as long as a human does. They get so old. So cool. And sometimes when humans are nice to elephants, the elephants will be nice back and they'll form a friendship. They become friends. That's so cool. These magnificent mammals spend between 12 to 18 hours a day eating. That's longer than you've ever been at school in your life, in a day. So imagine if you came to school for early drop-off and stayed all the way to a rainbow crew, an elephant would be eating for that entire time. Whoa. They only sleep about 1, 2, 3, 4 hours a night. That's it. And they spend half of it standing up. So they sleep about half the amount of time that you do, and they spend some of it standing up. Wild. They do look way too big to take a swim in the river, but actually elephants are really good swimmers and use their trunk like a snorkel to breathe above water. So they'll stick their trunk up to take a breath. After a long time apart, elephants really get excited and emotional when they see each other again. Do you ever get really excited when you see someone that you haven't seen for a long time? I do. Elephants carry their babies in their tummies just like our mommies do for 22 months. That's a really, really long time. That's 2 whole years. Could you imagine waiting for your baby brother or sister for 2 whole years? Oh my goodness. Some elephants even have, or actually all elephants have fingers on the ends of their trunk. Did you know that elephants have fingers? I did not know. One type of elephant, the Asian elephant, has 1, and another type of elephant, the African elephant, has 2. Elephants are so smart that they even play jokes on people. How silly is that? They're so smart. And it is common for elephants to live with and love their grandmothers. Do you guys love your grandmothers? Me too. An Elephants can even recognize themselves in a mirror. That means that like when you look in the mirror and you say, hey, that's me, an elephant can look in the mirror and say, hey, that's me. That's so cool. Guys, and elephants even get sad sometimes, just like people do. Elephants, also like people, can get sunburned, which is why they're always covering themselves in dirt and mud. That's the end of our story, my friends, but it was so much fun learning all of those elephant facts with you. Elephants are really cool creatures. We're also talking about them this week because we're talking about water conservation. Can you say that? Water conservation. It means to save water. And this has to do with our elephants, because in some places where elephants live, there's not enough water. It's not raining as much anymore, and it's gotten so hot that the rivers and streams nearby have dried up. And that's because people aren't taking care of the earth, so the weather is getting kind of wacky. And so we need to help the elephants, but by not only using our 3 R's, do you remember them? Reduce, that means to use less of. Reuse, that means to take something in your house and use it again for something else instead of buying new. Or recycle, that means to take all those bottles and cans and put them in the recycling bin. So in addition to doing these 3 things to take care of our earth, we also need to really think about how much water we're using, which is part of the reduce of our 3 R's. So this means that when you brush your teeth, maybe turn off the water when you're brushing. Or when you wash your hands and you're singing your songs, maybe turn off the water while you're singing, or take a shorter shower. This also means telling people to save water and reminding them that because the weather's kind of wacky, elephants and people that live in those areas have less water. And so we should use less so there's more for them. And that we should take care of our earth so that maybe the weather will be a little less wacky and it will help the elephants. Because remember, elephants were so happy when they were playing in water. And we want them to have as much as they need, right? Because we're kind here. Can we do the sign for be kind? 2 hands. Be kind. Be kind. I'm going to make it into a sentence. Okay, guys? Can we sign be kind? Be kind to, put your hand up here, elephants. Elephants. So be kind to elephants. Good job, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.